That was Dr. R.S. Sharma. With this, we move to another leader from the governance ecospace. We have Dr. C.S. Kumar, Additional Secretary, Minister of Panchayati Raj, Government of India, with us. A huge round of applause for him, please. And again, he has served in many coveted positions in the state of Orissa in Government of India. He was also in the Education Department in Orissa. There he has done transformational work. And now, Minister of Panchayati Raj for our audience is one of the ministries which is focusing huge on digital governance, basically for taking the last mile government service delivery in terms of health and education to the rural India. Over to you, Dr. C.S. Kumar, please.
Esteemed guests on the dais and esteemed dignitaries. So let me first congratulate and express my sincere thanks to APAC, Souvik and his whole teams for organizing such an outstanding platform. And I think there can't be any better platform for sharing so much varied experiments, so much knowledge, and all gathering here and sharing. I think it's a great platform. And we just heard Sri Sarmaji, and he given such a broad eye view that we also had in our days. And I think that's took us back to the root, and then we can plan for future. That's how the things move. So I'll just limit my discussion for 10 minutes, mostly on the panchayat governance and not in other fields because the time is short, and I'll try to stay focused. So the background is that, as we know, still India is predominantly a rural nation. Our 60% people still live in rural areas, 6 lakh villages, 2.5, and their governance is done by 2.5 lakh panchayats. So it's important that when you are going for digital age, so the governance of these panchayats, the units of the local self-governance, they also match with the aspirations of the people, and they also walk with the time. And that's why it is very, very important that unless until we bring these panchayats, this whole administration in the rural areas to the at the par with the national level governance, then a large number of people's their aspirations, their services, there a lot of development activities will be left out. And that's why the panchayats now, we are trying to make them a hub of the digital governance, the hub of the activities, and how it can happen. So I think last 5-10 years, a lot of progress is being made, and as per the constitutional mandate in the rural areas. So you know the whole things, the moves with the planning, then implementation, then monitoring, and unless until the whole thing brought on the portal and people know what is their developmental program, welfare programs, and other programs are really for them, who are the people who are getting benefits. So that should be easily accessible to the people. They can see the portal, and that's why the panchayats now, last 3-4 years, we have put the panchayat planning, which is called the GPDP, on portal. And now we are slightly making it not very well structured, but this year we are trying to make it more focused. Now we are making it LSDG focused, like SDG focused. Now this is another thing that we have to achieve our various SDG goals by 2030. And so far we are concentrating at the district level, state level, national level, and if we are not carried these things to right at the local, the village level, and the panchayats are not involved, then I fear we won't be able to achieve a lot of SDG goals, particularly related in education, health, livelihood, sanitation, nutrition, extremely important parts. And that's why this year onwards, our whole planning is the thematic planning, is the SDG focused planning, and now that's why you are organizing a lot of capacity building of the panchayat institutions, the frontline workers, and they're using a lot of technology, digital technology in this, and the whole planning process is being digitized. Another part is that we all know that just Sarma Sahab has told, huge funds and huge programs are being in rural areas, but we are not able to know how it is being implemented, whether the money is really being spent and all. So this year onwards, the whole thing on the panchayats, we have made it compulsory. Not went on UPI, but on because the UPI things slightly we are studying, it's a PFMS based payment. So all the panchayats, they are payments and all mechanism on the payment. So no check business, no cash business, and in 2 lakh panchayats, so far I think more than 1 lakh crore rupees, the transaction has been done on the PFMS. But I think it's just a beginning, and I think slowly we have to migrate on the more liberal structure. The PFMS is slightly more rigid, more, so this structure has to open up. And that's how this planning, implementation, and the monitoring part of the panchayats also has to be digital. It's a work in progress. But now audit part of the panchayats, we are trying to make it online. So the people know what of the work has been done, whether really it has served the purpose or not. And I think in a year or so, that part will also be addressed. So basically the whole panchayat and large number of delivery of service, like in the urban areas, municipalities, there are a lot of certificates, death certificate, birth certificate, bin registrations, licenses. So this is our next endeavor. The people get various certificates, various citizen services at home, and many states at their level, because ultimately you see the panchayat is a basically a state subject. So the various states, the progress is varying. Like if you go to some state like Kerala, they are already doing for last 5-6 years. But if you go to some state somewhere here, the progress is not so good. So that our endeavor is that all states within a 2 year or 3 year, the people get the services, various services, the important, they don't make to various rush to offices for small things, and they get all the services sitting at their door. And for that also it is the whole digital infrastructure need to work, and I think there is a great opportunity. The people working in this, they can work in with the states, because I think that is a great field. That is I think 2.5 lakh panchayat delivering services with the various digital architecture. So that is itself is a great challenge, great opportunity for all of us, and our target is that it can be done in next 3-4 years. Then people get various services on, and then of course the education services, health service, lot of already fintech and tech are coming on, but I think the rural areas are still left not very well tapped. So there are another great opportunities there. So in those fields, the skilling, the education, and various type of health delivery services. So the rural areas, I think the field is enormous, and I think and when the 4G, 5G really reaches to the rural areas, still I think more than 50% panchayats have got the 4G networks. But I think so within 2-3 years, if the most of the panchayats or villages get 4G, and now 5G may take another 3-4 years, then all these large number of services, I think the rural areas, they will be the great, I think, green field waiting for all these services. So I think there are huge opportunities there, huge challenges are there, and we look forward to the engagement of technology partners with the states, with the ministries, and hope, I think, then the rural areas, if they move, then the whole country moves. Thank you very much.
True. Thank you so much, Dr. C.S. Kumar, for sharing your vision with us. Is indeed, if rural India moves, the entire country moves, and there is enormous opportunity for rural India, especially in terms of digital transformation can be leveraged, and the connectivity issue is resolved. That can be a game changer. Maybe 5G can help in that. Thank you so much.